I'll give you a talisman. When you are in doubt, recall the face of the poorest and the weakest man you have ever seen. And ask yourself, if this step you contemplate is going to be of any use to him. Simple.
"25 years is not such a long period in history, but it is long enough to at least look back and see what an organization started for, what it achieved on the way, how it has changed, why it changed, and was the change useful. So Indian Grameen Services established in 1987 to help the rural producers with whom Pradhan worked engage in commercial activities such as buying and selling inputs from the market, so selling their produce to the market.
The conception at that point of time was it will do anything and everything that you require to do promotion of income generating activities for the poor households.
The other thing we thought we should do in IGS is that it should be self-reliant. It should not go for grant-based models.
One idea is very clear, that it was an entity meant for serving a public purpose. That remains constant, and that's specified by the Section 25.
The first project it started was in Kesla, in Kesla block of Hoshangabad district.
Distant location, not connected to the rest of the civilization, that kind of place. We had chosen, we said, okay, this is where the income generating activities are most required.
We had thought of 3 enterprise ideas at that time. Poultry was one of them, cultivation of mushrooms was another one, and setting up small engineering-based, fabrication-based enterprises. These were the 3 enterprises that were thought of in the beginning.
86-87 was also the year when we started 3 other projects. One was in Barabanki, where we were working with leather workers and handloom weavers. Second one was in broadly the Santhal Parganas area of, in those days Bihar, now Jharkhand. There it was for tussar rearing and reeling. Third such project was actually in Kishangarh Bas, where the idea was to do a number of activities with the government's Integrated Rural Development Program, IRDP.
We were quite excited that we are intervening into the tribals' lives, and the kind of we also got a very good positive reception from a lot of these tribals. And that time we were basically asking them what kind of income generating activity you can take up, what are your skills, what are your resources, etc., etc., etc. And it used to be a lot of very exciting discussions.
The idea of IGS was that one wing, at least one section of Pradhan, will get into micro-enterprise production mode, maybe throughout the countries.
So its original purpose was to support producer groups and maybe eventually producer organizations in functions which involve buying, selling, collection of fees, anything which is sort of commercial in nature.
IGS ensured that if things were not within the quality of market, IGS would not accept it. They kept on hammering on us that this had to be like this, birds have to be of this kilo, they have to look healthy, the mushrooms have to have this color, this size, it has to be within this production cost. So they made us do a lot of rigorous analysis of all these aspects to come within the commercial parameters.
One of the conceptions that we were getting clear that time itself is that the total grant economy is not large enough to support all the poor. Therefore, we have to start tapping the commercial capital market. An alternate credit delivery system needs to be created. Became very clear in our mind.
The first Ford Foundation grant to IGS enabled us to do a full detailed feasibility and design of basics.
The first loans were made through IGS. The first grant, as I recall, came from SRTT to IGS because, of course, IGS antedated basics itself.
Spawning the financial services part itself was something that IGS did. Subsequently, developing other ideas in collaboration with basics, whether it is in developing human resources, in developing learning material, training material, whether it is in developing ideas like the ECBDS in basics. These are all arenas where I think IGS plays a big role.
While in the basics, BSFL and SNFL, these were the two finance giving, Sarvodaya Nano Finance Limited and Bharatiya Samruddhi Finance Limited. These were the two which were providing the financial services. IGS continued to provide all the non-financial services.
It continues to have that importance of being, doing some pioneering work and take the risks, which a typical MFI couldn't take, and also train and educate others how to replicate the work IGS has initiated for its own group. But I think always IGS did things which I think was more public purpose than just in basics purpose. These are priceless stuff, some of the things we have done.
Innovation from whether the bird's eye view or from on the ground had to be worked through in detail, in every micro detail, assiduously, in a live, dynamic situation.
Once you've got a product, you've tested it, you've got it up to speed, you make sure it can sell and it'll do its job, then you transition it into the mainstream business. And I think that formal transition from the society into the for-profit is a rather valuable stage in the life cycle of any given activity. Basics itself is a laboratory in a way, but IGS is a laboratory within the laboratory.
मेरा नाम विष्णु प्रसाद शर्मा है। मैं मध्य प्रदेश के उज्जैन ज़िले के गांव बाड़कुमेत का रहने वाला हूं। ये जो बेसिक्स IGS टीम है, इससे हम 2009 से जुड़े हुए हैं। हमारे गांव बाड़कुमेत में पहले परंपरागत तरीके से खेती होती थी। इन्होंने कम बीज में अधिक उत्पादन लेने की जो तकनीक बताई लोगों को, उससे उत्पादन बढ़ा। और इसके साथ साथ बहुत सारी योजनाएं, जैसे खाद किस प्रकार देना, मिट्टी का परीक्षण, पहले लोग मिट्टी का परीक्षण बहुत कम कराते थे, इससे खाद में बचत हुई। कम बीज देकर अधिक उत्पादन देने से बीज में बचत हुई, इससे 20 से 25% हमारे गांव की आमदनी बढ़ी और लोगों का रहन सहन तरीका बदला है।
मेरा नाम मधुसूदन सिंह, घर पड़ता है मेरा गोपला। पहले जो हम लोग लगाते थे, देसी धान लगाते थे, तो मुश्किल से 1 एकड़ में 8 से 10 काठ होता था। जब से हम लोग SRI लगा रहे हैं, 3-4 साल से लगा रहे हैं, तो देखते हैं कि हम लोग का धान 70 से 80 काठ हो जाता है।
मेरा नाम है हारून सोमरुम, गांव कुम्हाडी का है। पहले पुराना विधि से लाह का खेती करते थे। IGS द्वारा हम लोग को कुछ ट्रेनिंग भी दिया गया था और उसके द्वारा हम लोग बहुत जानकारी भी लिए और अभी आधुनिक तरीका से ही मैं खेती कर रहा हूँ। पहले हम लोग का कभी 5,000 10,000 हो जाता था। अब लाख का हर साल हमको 4 लाख 5 लाख का लाभ बिक्री हो जाता है।
The model which has been showcased at Ghat Ladki along with comparisons with Borikoha Kund is a great learning for rehabilitation of villages, which is happening across the country. It's extremely difficult for a community to move out from a place where they have been living for so many years, and that is something while they were not able to express in so many words, you could feel that when they are talking. and the comfort or the confidence that the IGS team was probably able to provide them, that they agreed to move out. IGS strength does lie in community institutions. And so they were able to translate their experiences in Melghat.
Not just the game of economics or not just the game of making money for them, but it's the whole process of settling them down. We understand today the principles of settling down from their origin to somewhere else.
We've been working with IGS over the last 15 months on an integrated livelihoods project for rag pickers in Indore. The project is meant to reach out to 1,500 rag picker families with a range of services including livelihoods, education, healthcare and financial literacy.
We have shown that it can be a financially profitable business, and simultaneously we have also involved the primary stakeholders, the rag pickers. So in that sense, I would say that this is unique in the world.
IGS कंपनी आई तो हमने मतलब जैसे ये काम स्टार्ट करा। पहले सिलाई सीखी मैंने भी खुद, फिर सिलाई सिखाना शुरू करी, फिर सिलाई सिखा के फिर ये लड़कियों को इकट्ठा करके रोजगार दिया। IGS कंपनी अगर नहीं आती तो यहाँ लड़कियाँ कागज पन्नी ही बीनती रहती, कभी ये काम नहीं कर पाती।
उन्होंने हमें अच्छा रास्ता दिखाया, अच्छे राह पे ले चले वो हम लोगों को और अच्छे कुछ काम सिखाए।
हम लोग का सोच है कि जितना हम लोग महिला हैं सब स्वरोजगार में आ जाएंगे, कोई भी रोजगार के बिना इधर उधर भटकेंगे नहीं।
करे लागल महिला रोजगार हो, अब कोई नहीं मांगे जायला, करे जा उधार हो, अब कोई नहीं मांगे जायला, करे जा उधार।
One thing is that IGS will have to always stand for is that we are working for the poor.
One side of it, which is that will the leadership remain innovative and at the same time grassroots oriented, which was the hallmark of Shankar, of mine, of Arijit, Mihir. I think that's taken care of.
Since this is a challenging area where it is necessary that we need to work out of locations which are away from the comforts of a township or a city, so the team will have to work under difficult or challenging circumstances. We have been actually working with them presently on 4 projects, and in all these projects we find that the teams are good and they are pretty connected with the ground realities.
Innovation doesn't come from advisors. Innovation comes from the doers.
New activities, new opportunities, new avenues for expanding rural livelihoods.
IGS can be a kind of a lighthouse, a kind of a powerhouse where youth get attracted from different parts of the country. They get immersed into the kind of activities, then they get a little bit of mentoring support, and then they start their activities. I think IGS would be an important player to sort of channelize these energies on what it has already built in last 25 years.
IGS provided an incubator, demonstrated that it was possible to scale up, to sell livelihoods packages at what all seem to be extraordinarily low prices, but cost-covering prices.
So IGS will continue to do the research, IGS will continue to do the experiment, IGS will fine-tune the products. I don't know if we have ever arrived. We have had great milestones, but अभी तो रास्ता बहुत लंबा है.
In the meantime, what IGS is doing is actually very, very satisfying and good work.
I am so excited in IGS that I want it to be the best institution, action research institution of the country.